Hi everyone, and welcome to day 8 of the 12 Mindful Days of Christmas challenge. And today we are going to be looking at Christmas guilt, which is totally a thing in case you didn't know. Does anyone else get this like the feelings of guilt that can sometimes come with Christmas? Like that feeling of, oh man, I didn't get enough presents and I should have spent more money on that. They bought more things than I did. Or man, I should have made time to bake cookies for all of those teachers at school and give a present to the mailman and like all of that stuff. There's a lot of places to really get overwhelmed with guilt and all the feelings that you're not doing enough. So that can definitely show up at Christmas, and that shows up for me for sure. So here's the truth about guilt. Guilt is only a useful emotion so far as it is a pointer. Guilt is great at letting us know what our values are. It's a direct laser pointer to what's important to you. It's also a really good reminder or a pointer to a place where you may be out of integrity with yourself or with others. So like if you said you were going to be somewhere and then you didn't show up, that guilty feeling, that's your body telling you you're out of integrity. So that's a good place to just make amends and move forward. So guilt is great at showing you stuff, but not worth holding on to and feeling guilty for your life. In fact, it can make you really sick. So personally, around Christmas time, I can feel really guilty about not buying enough gifts. I would love to buy my entire family gifts and spend like ridiculous amounts of money and fill a tree with stuff. I would love to do that. And I know that is related to my value around generosity. Like I feel very fulfilled when I can give to others. I feel great about it. It's one of my own personal values. So I know that if I feel guilty about not giving enough, that's a pointer to my value. Okay, so I get it. So the fact is that I and you and all of us, we cannot do everything and be everything to everyone all the time. It's actually impossible. So you're going to have to say no sometimes. You're going to have to create boundaries. You're going to have to pull back. And in fact, if you don't say no sometimes, you're going to get burnt out. Full stop. So the mindfulness practice of today is just getting very mindful about your guilt and what it's telling you. So when guilt shows up, rather than getting all caught up and feeling crappy and feeling all gross about what you're not doing, just to imagine that it's a person. So notice the feeling show up. Imagine that it's someone standing in front of you being like, remember that thing you said you were going to do? Or don't you think you should have baked cookies? And blah, blah, blah. Be like, thank you, guilt. Thank you for the update, the reminder. I got this. And then just let it pass. And then, if you want to take it even a step further, try a reframe. And this is a really helpful one for me to remember as well. When I say no to buying gifts for everybody I know, what am I saying yes to? So in this case, it's really easy. If I get really mindful and thoughtful about what I'm doing, when I say no to buying gifts for everybody in my family, I'm saying yes to my own peace of mind around our financial situation. I'm saying yes to not consuming. I'm saying yes to saving money for a house so that we can host huge Christmas parties in the future. So the practice today is just to be mindful of your guilt. If you have it, which you probably do. So notice when it shows up, and get really compassionately curious about what it might be pointing to. What value is it showing you? What is it giving you information about? And that's all it is. So please be really gentle with yourself in this practice. Guilt can be a really yucky feeling and something that takes up a lot of space for people. So be really gentle while you're noticing what the feelings are. Because the reality is that as mean and as nasty as that voice is, you're probably not that awful. So just get really compassionate and curious about what it's showing you and see if you can notice a bit more this year. Have fun.